on them, and she did nothing with them. The shelter in place was lifted. She went home. The boxes stayed. My husband was like, I'm throwing all these boxes away in this garage. And as he was going through them, he said, some of them are really nice, Kelly. Like, what can we do with them? So I Googled, and there were people were making guitars and lamps and clocks and purses. I said, oh, I think make me a purse. He made one out of a purse for me. I shared it with somebody who shared it with somebody who shared it with somebody. And then everybody, I want that, I want that, I want that. I'm like, okay. Hobby turned like little side business. Mm-hmm. Then I was on Facebook Live like this in front of the, okay, I have this one available. And, I'm just showcasing. They're like, who wants it? I'm like, okay, this is yours. Yeah, it was a big thing. I mean, and it still is a big thing. Wherever you go, people are interested. So it started on a fluke, if you will.
Mm-hmm. and it's so interesting that your husband is like such a big part of this business, and it's always good to work with your mate. But how is the creative process between the two of you?
It's very simple. I now call him my dream catcher because he really understands my vision, and I just let him go to work. For example, this purse, we're at my cousin's house. She does a lot of vintage shopping, estate sales, and she had a purse that looked almost identical to this. Mm-hmm. I said, oh, I like that. She's like, you can't have it. I said, Larry, look at this. Took a picture of it. I said, I need feet. I need everything. I need a strap that looks like this. So I found the hardware for it. I gave him the picture. He took the box. He sanded it to make it, take all the stuff off from scratch, basically started. And gave me this. So it works. To answer your question, he is my dream catcher. If I say I want it, he's an artist. And he can look at something and he can draw, he can paint, he can build. Yeah, it's fun.
That is so amazing. And have there ever been designs that he wanted to do, but that you didn't want him to do?
This one. And he keeps doing it over and over again. I'm like, hey, stop. And then I don't like how he sometimes writes his letters. I'm like, I don't like that T or that K looks funny. Like, stop making these. People want them though, and it's cute.
Right, it is cute. And you know why? Because when you get one of those little takeout boxes, the writing is not always perfect. So I think he's spot on with that.
And knowing him, he is, but that's when, we kind of differ. I call him the manufacturer and I'm the designer. So I'm like, stay in your lane, and he'll tell me the same. No, you stay in your lane. I know what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, do it. And then I let him go. And then I'm like, oh, that's cute. But how many are you going to make? Because he gets excited about one.
Okay.
And, they don't think like we think. And, he'll buy a bunch of brown and black boxes. I said, my people don't like that. They like color. Stop buying these black and it works though. But, sometimes we do kind of go back and forth because he likes what he likes. But I know what the people like.
Right. Yeah. So, and because it's always, it is always about the end result is always about the customer and the women and what they like. So has any of the boxes been duplicated? Are they all just one of a kinds?
So yes, some of them have been duplicated. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, that teal and red one has been duplicated.
Okay.
Of course, I just told you about this one here. It's keeps making. Some of them has been duplicated, but some of them are so unique that we can't get. So I got a box one, I think in April or so, but it was like this one, but it was green and it came off of St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
And I posted it, and in 15 minutes it was gone. And I had like 3 different people at the same time trying to buy it.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen it again. I take that back. I saw one in a cigar shop, but it's full of cigars. So people must not like the cigar.
Right.
Buy a case of cigars just for the box.
Right. Right.
But yeah, every now and then people really want it. On my stories today, I have this real cute petite pink Superfly box. I can't get that a lot, but when I get it, everybody wants it. Yeah, so it just, yeah, sometimes there's just an original and I never see it again. Or
Right.
I rarely see it. And when I do, it's something that most people want.
So what do you do, like when you said 3 people wanted that same box? What do you do? Because I'm sure it's first come, first serve. So
Yeah.
first person got the box, but the second 2 didn't. So do you offer them a different box, or do you ask them to go to your website to see if they see anything else that they want?
That one, the latter. I tell them to go see if they see something they want. I first like, I'm so sorry, I only have one, and her request came in at 103, and yours came in at 103.50. I mean, because it's been that close.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm like, first come, first serve. And that's why I created the web page, because before I used to post them on the steps and then I would get in my DM, and that was exciting because we were at home and it gave me something to do. But when the world opened again,
Right.
I'm at home, I'm trying to be out, and I'm like, I need a web page. So I'll say, if somebody says I want number 4, and I'm like, go, here's the link to go ahead and buy it. That has really made my life much better.
Right. Okay. So when you come up with ideas, where do the ideas come? Like, how do you come up with the ideas, or where do the ideas come from to create your boxes?
So I sit with them and just kind of look and look and look. I didn't realize I was a designer. I am a designer. I call myself a designer now. But I just sit with it, and then I just think about it. And then I order straps and handles from everywhere. And when they come, I sit with the handle and I change and swap and look, and just until I say, okay, that works for that.
Okay.
Like this one I have, and that I use the brass knuckle handle. Like I kept looking at that. I'm like, it's really nice, but I can't put a strap on it. Like something else should go here. What should go here? And I said, oh, I need to buy some brass knuckles. Like I haven't seen brass knuckles since I was in high school.
Right.
Like, so I mean, it just like hits me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when the designs that's on the box, how do you come up with that design?
So you mean like
so okay, so like with are the like, okay, with the one with the bird, you saw that because somebody else had a purse.
It was an inspo that I saw from something. Yes.
Right. So normally that's how you come up with the designs for the purses.
Yes, it's an inspo. And now that I had the bird and I had that out with me yesterday, some of my sorors were like, can he do one with an elephant? I don't have it with me, but he's doing that this morning. It's like, oh yeah, you give him an idea, he's like, that's cool, I'm going to work on it. Because it's a challenge to him.
Right.
So yeah, it's based on, a suggestion or an inspo of some sort. I don't know if you remember, I did one that had all these flowers on it.
Yes.
And
the bridal one.
That was a Steve McQueen inspo.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So are you thinking of opening up a brick and mortar store, or are you going to stay all online?
Basically online. My daughter has a herbal store that we run together. It's our family business here in Charlotte, but I have put some in her shop before, but not always are those customers my customer.
Okay.
And so I wouldn't put money into a brick and mortar. And then I want to go back. It wasn't a Steve McQueen inspo. It was an Alexander McQueen.
Okay.
Inspo. Yeah, I'm like, who is Steve McQueen? I think he's an actor.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. My goal is to go into somebody's boutique.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd really like that. Yeah.
So, and I see that you do a lot of vendor events, and especially the Charlotte's, North Carolina, Mets.
It was the Mint Museum. I've been there twice. Fantastic venue. Awesome outcome. We practically are always sold out. And we've been doing that in partnership with a brother and sister duo here called Duck and Swat.
Okay.
And whenever they have anything, I'm like, just send me the info. I'm there. no matter what it costs, I'm going to be there because that's a artsy group of people, lots of great influencers who relate to what I have.
Right.
I gotta, I have to make sure I know my audience,
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody had what time to waste today.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the good thing about your purses, even though they are cigar purses, I've seen your photos where they're on the runway, and a lot of people would not know that it's a cigar purse. They just would say, oh my God, that's a cute little purse that she's carrying. Where can I get that at? So when they have them on the runway, do you find that your sales will spike, or does that prompt people to say, hey, can you do one for this kind of outfit or whatever? Because I do have a request that I'll make for you.
Okay. Okay, so both, yes. Sales will spike, especially when I get the content and I'm able to post, because it just kind of gives some validation
Mhm.
to who we are, and the product, to be able to say my first year out, I guess it was the first year out, we were at New York Fashion Week. And
Yeah, I saw that video.
Man, it still gives me goosebumps because it's like, who would have thought that something like that would happen? It just,
Right.
I'm very, very thankful.
Right.
But sales will spike, but it does pique the interest of, like I said, non-smokers.
Mm-hmm.
I think I probably have more non-smoking customers than
wow.
Sisters of the Loin.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was going to be the next question I was going to ask you, because I know that for me, because I asked the question on Facebook, does anybody know of anyone who does cigar purses? And somebody commented and immediately sent me to your Instagram page. So it's like, oh my God, she actually does things. Oh, so I was like a kid in the candy store. So now when a holiday comes around, like today is 4th of July, do you do any theme purses for the holidays?
No, the only theme purse we've done was a bride.
Mm-hmm.
She asked me, could I design a purse for her wedding? And I did. And she posted it. It's on my Instagram page. But that was very, very touching and made me very happy. And she pictures with her dress on. I was just like, oh man, like we are part of somebody's special day.
Right.
Yeah.
And always will be, because all the pictures will have that person.
Yes. Like that was major.
Yeah.
So, but other things, no. Not that we can't. I mean, because I told you, if I just tell Larry, he'll sit with it for a minute and he's gone. He's gonna give me something. Yeah. I think somebody's asked him to do a breast cancer awareness and a Dallas Cowboy. I wasn't involved in that. He did.
Okay. So is there ever a time that someone approaches him to come up with a concept for a purse, and then he comes to you and says, hey, I need a box because I need to make X, Y, and Z?
Yeah, and I didn't do it. It was the breast cancer awareness and the football team. Cowboys. I'm like, I don't do that. And I just couldn't even put my mind into it. And so he was like, well, let me do something. And I looked at it, and he had painted the box pink and had painted all those ribbons around it all over the box. And they liked it. I didn't like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like either one of them. But I don't know if they took it because, they were like, well, he put this work into it, let me buy it. Or if they really like it. I was not involved.
Okay. So tell me what you foresee for your business in the next 5 years.
Wow, the next 5 years, I hope to be doing more things like this, more of my own from scratch designs inspired by or my own thought, instead of these. I think I'll always do that. But this is what I just said when this was done. This is what's going to put me into the boutiques.
Okay.
And I'm going to be looking for better crystals and stones and things to put. Yeah.
So So with that being said, where can people find you? I found you on Instagram.
So Instagram at Follow the Taylors, Smoking Repeats on Facebook, and then on the web, our online store is smokingrepeats.com.
Okay. So, and like I said, because it is such an amazing product, other people, have you found that there's not a lot of cigar, I found, there are not a lot of cigar purse makers. So have you come across many cigar purse makers, and do you feel that they are your competition?
I've seen a couple, not many, but at least, well, there is a lady out of Florida, I think. She makes these purses and she wraps them in different fabrics and paper. They're really nice and they're very expensive. I've seen a Trinidad box that a friend sent me that she saw in a store in Florida that was $500, Sandra.
What?
Yes, it was Trinidad. They had this in the front. I'm like, oh, where else people? So of course, not my competition. I've seen a couple here.
Uh-oh, am I losing you?
Now. Oh no.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hear you well.
Okay, I can still hear you.
Okay. I was just saying that
Uh-oh, I think I lost you again. Uh-oh. We lost Kelly, but she will be back. There she is. There you are.
okay, all right. Like, what is it? Before it stops or something happens again, I'm saying that I don't look at them as my competitor because we all are doing something very different, very unique. Some of us are putting more emphasis in certain places than others. And, you know, it's a big world out here.
So what would you tell someone, because you started this business during the height of the pandemic?
Yeah.
What would you tell somebody who wants to start a business?
To just do it. Don't worry about getting the LLC. Don't worry about, establishing any paperwork. Just start first. Just start to see, if it is what you want to do. A lot of people get so excited and they throw a lot of money in it right away and then it goes away. But I say, work off of passion and, your own time limit. This takes some time.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't have the time to devote to being an entrepreneur, it's not gonna work.
Right, because being an entrepreneur really is almost a 24-hour a day job.
Yeah.
Because you have to think about the product that you're creating, you have to create the product, then you have to market the product, then it's just so many levels. You have to do all of the pieces that a big company would have, many people doing.
Creation. I'm trying to learn something that you've done well so far, and that's TikTok. I think I'm Smoking Repeats on TikTok. I don't even know, but I think that's it. But but there's so many places that we have to be in order to grow, which is exciting because I have a master's in PR.
Oh wow, okay.
And 14 years ago when I started, you had to be scratching the backs of everybody in the media to get your stuff out there. And now it's not even like that. It's so beautiful.
Right.
Get your content out without having to go and knocking and calling and faxing.
Right. Well, do I know that? Social media has taken over so much that all you really have to do is have a phone, and it don't even have to be a smartphone, just a phone, and just be able to, work your fingers like a little small keyboard, and you're all set. So
Yeah.
I don't want to take up all of your 4th of July because I know, some people have things going on. Like I said, I got my purse and we are heading out today. So thank you for agreeing to do this again for me, because I was like so panicked and I had it all spliced together and I was about to start sending it to you. And then it just was like error with file. I'm like, what? What do you mean? I think I smoked 3 cigars just trying to, understand what was happening.
I will be doing that today for sure. If nothing else,
I'm trying to figure out, 4th of July, I'm trying to figure out what cigars, because I'm taking 3 with me. So I'm trying to figure out what 3 cigars to put in here. And I always remember what you say. Using the purse is not like an everyday purse, and make sure you put your stuff in a pouch just in case it does, it comes loose. I've never had that because I only take 4 things with me. Piece of gum, cigars, key, and some cash, and my ATM card. That's all I put in it.
I tell everybody, I said, look, Erykah Badu, pack lights, okay? Please don't try to put your whole life in these things, because it's not good for that, and it will pop open on you. It's done it to me. That's why I know I had to tell everybody, because I was in the line at the Blaze Pizza. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, my stuff on the, oh my God. Yeah, I'm like, okay, lesson learned. Now let me tell my customers, come on now, pack light, sis.
Right, pack light.
Pack light and thank you.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
I thank you for joining me today, and this is going to be sent to you immediately, probably within 20 minutes, because I'm not taking no chances today.
Thank you. You have a beautiful day. I appreciate you. I am loving following you and what you're doing. It's just
thank you so much.
Better. You're welcome.
So we at some point we're gonna get together. You're gonna choose your favorite cigar. I'm gonna have one. We're gonna do a duo and we're gonna have it together.
Cool. Yes. I love that. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.